Of the world, today we have a super special treat for you. You're about to watch two master artists compete in 3 different mediums in less than an hour and a half. We have John and Elli Milan, husband and wife, longtime collaborators of over 20 years working on paintings together, now battling it out today. And actually this isn't their first art battle. Elli and John had a previous art battle where Elli was crowned queen. And now John is working today to try to redeem himself. So there's going to be 3 different rounds, 1 in charcoal, 1 in acrylic, and 1 in oils. But we're going to get started right away. We're going to go right into the charcoal drawing, and they're going to be doing the same subject matter. So, Elli and John, are you guys ready?
Yep.
Yes, but we've actually been collaborating and working together for over 30 years.
Over 30 years. Okay, so you guys have 10 minutes. Only 10 minutes. I'm going to pull up the timer on my phone. Are you guys ready to start?
I am ready.
Your challenge begins in 3, 2, 1, go.
What's the rules?
The rules are anything. You can do whatever you want. You only have 10 minutes and you can only use charcoal. You have 10 minutes on the clock right here. So in the last art battle, Elli and John painted a painting for the same room. And I believe you guys had an hour and a half, right? Something like that. And Elli came out on top. You are going to be a part of voting in this. So this is live. This is not pre-recorded unless you're watching the recording later on. But right now, as of now, May 16th, we are live in Sarasota, Florida, and John and Elli are creating this landscape. This is a really tough challenge because of how much detail is in their source image. This is not easy, not something that you can easily create an actual masterpiece in 10 minutes, but they're taking on this challenge just to kind of show that it's possible to create something good in 10 minutes and to push themselves because it's fun to challenge yourself as an artist. So, and of course, John wants to win the crown. We have an actual crown here that we're going to be giving to the winner of the best out of 3. So it's going to be really exciting. John actually might have the advantage in drawing because, well, really what we have here is an interesting battle between sort of talent and skill. So, and this is self-proclaimed too, in a lot of ways, not just self-proclaimed talent. But John has been a talented artist basically since he was born. He was drawing at the age of 2, creating almost essentially out of the womb and drawing doodles here and there. He could draw in perspective, what, as early as 5 years old? 2. 2. Oh my gosh, okay. He was drawing in perspective at 2 years old. Whereas Elli has a completely different story. So Elli wasn't born with talent as an artist. She had to earn her skills, and in high school she took a class drawing on the right side of the brain with Betty Edwards. She came to her high school, and Elli sort of had her drawing ability unlocked there, but it wasn't just smooth sailing. She could draw whatever she could see. From that moment forward, she had to work at her skills and really build her skills over time. And now, at this point, actually, it looks like her drawing is a little bit ahead of John's currently, but they're taking kind of 2 different approaches. John is going a bit lighter to start with, whereas Elli is going a bit heavier-handed on that, which could be more beneficial because this is only 10 minutes, and we're already 30% of the way through this challenge. That is so crazy. 3 minutes into this challenge, and Elli's is looking really good so far. I would think that John would have the advantage. Uh-oh, she just dropped her pencil. That's precious time wasted. I would think that John would have the advantage because drawing is sort of his medium. He uses a lot of pen. He does some water-soluble graphite as well. In fact, we did a whole class with John, a studio session. We called it Paint with Graphite, which is a really interesting process where you use water-soluble graphite.
Can I run and get
to paint with.
Am I allowed to run and get an eraser?
Yeah, you can use your time however you want. You can use an eraser. You just have to stick with charcoal.
Is an eraser charcoal?
It is included in the charcoal medium. In the family of charcoal. Okay, what kind of a host am I? I forgot to put on music. I'm going to put some music on for you guys. Let's see, what do we got here? Let's play Beach Party, royalty-free music. I'm your DJ and host, Big Dunn. All right, let's go check out the comments here. Madeline says she likes Elli's necklace.
Ah, thank you.
Shay said, hi everyone, I was hesitant about doing quick challenges / experimenting out of fear of wasting canvases or material. Someone told me to use cardboard, finally a use for those old Amazon boxes. That is so funny. I totally agree with that. You should see the box pile that we have at our house. That is a great use, and if you're using, old cardboard boxes, then you can just put some house paint down or even white acrylic and do a good warm up with that. But what do you do? Jessica Filbert wants to know, what do you do if you're avoiding going in your studio and avoiding starting, feeling like you're wasting materials? In that case, honestly, we have a bunch of really good free workshops on Milan Art Institute. Sometimes it's helpful to do something step by step, and that way you feel confident that you'll have a good outcome. A lot of that fear comes from a lack of confidence, right? Like you haven't proven to yourself yet that you have what it takes. It's not easy to just jump in and create a really awesome drawing like Elli and John are doing. They're only able to do this because they have years of experience as professional artists, and they've proven to themselves. Frankly, the only reason they're willing to do a live drawing in front of an audience in only 10 minutes, I mean, that is really tough and frankly scary as an artist. I mean, can you imagine what if you make something really bad? They actually have art collectors who watch them on YouTube, and we've had people reach out and buy stuff from watching content online. It's scary to put yourself out there as an artist like that, but they've proven to themselves that they have the skill, and that's through just creating so many pieces of art. So, I mean, it's kind of like a chicken and the egg story, but in order to overcome that fear, you just have to do it. You just have to create more.
What kind of time do we have?
You guys have 2.5 minutes left.
Ah, no.
I don't know how the audience is gonna choose on this one. And I just decided too that we have to have some weighting. So we'll use a similar weighting system as the outstanding artist, because you guys are only spending 10 minutes on this versus 20 minutes on your acrylic painting versus 30 minutes on your oil painting. So we're going to have this one be worth 1 point, the acrylic painting be worth 2 points, and the oil painting be worth 3 points. So if we have, that means that if one person wins both the drawing and the acrylic, and then the other person wins the oil, then we'll have to go to a sudden victory. And we'll do maybe a 2 minute, no, we'll do a 5 minute challenge. Okay, we have 1 minute and 30 seconds left. In 1 minute and 30 seconds, I'm going to put Elli and John in a poll here in the YouTube chat. So make sure you're able to access that YouTube chat, and you guys will be able to, the live audience will be able to vote on who you think should win. And we have serious bragging rights at stake here. I mean, we have this beautiful crown that the winner is going to get to wear, and the loser will have to place it on the winner's head. Husband versus wife, collaborator versus collaborator. 40 seconds left. I always forget what is the right whose situation. Is it H-O-S-E or H-O-W-H-O apostrophe S? Or whose is better? But it is possessive, yeah. Whose is, okay, whatever. Choose the better painting. Drawing, oh shoot, okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, charcoal down. Wow, this is awesome.
Oh, I like yours.
Oh, thanks. I like yours.
Okay, we're gonna put both of them up. I'm gonna put the...
I wouldn't be able to vote.
I didn't quite use this eraser.
I'm gonna put the poll up now.
Either.
Okay, I'm starting the poll. Vote for your winner. Oh, it looks like we have someone in the lead right now. This is tough though, it's going up and down. Very close, very close. Oh my gosh, who's gonna win this one? Start out on the right foot, get the momentum. In the meantime, the artists, if you guys could get your next canvases ready, don't replace them on the easels yet, just get them ready to, oh, you guys already have them right there below. Okay, you guys are already ready. Okay.
On paper?
We're gonna keep going for another 30 seconds of voting, and we're just gonna move right along after this into the acrylic painting. They already have their acrylic squirted out. We are going just non-stop, fast-paced. The poll is in the chat, so it should be at the top of the chat. And that, the voting will conclude in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the winner is Ellie. With 71% of the vote goes to Ellie. 71%, sorry John, sort of a landslide. I
think yours is really good.
It's really good. I think probably the composition and the value is what really helped Ellie. She used the entire paper, but yours is still awesome too. So now we'll just have to burn yours though. I'm just kidding, we're not burning. It's so great. Okay, are you guys ready to hop right into the acrylic painting challenge?
Yeah, this is like nerve-wracking.
How are you guys feeling after the first go?
That was the fastest 10 minutes of my life.
Honestly, same here. That went really fast for me.
Is this as high as the easel goes?
I think that you could raise it up a little bit. No? John's looks higher. Yeah, there you go.
Ah, okay.
So now you guys are working on is that a 12 by 16? Or 10
I think it's 11 by 14.
Okay. We have an 11 by 14 canvas here.
Okay, what are our parameters of rules for this one?
I don't think there are rules.
You can use acrylic paint. You can use any acrylic medium that goes along with acrylic paint.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, really? Okay.
You got some squishy?
I think we're just using acrylic paint.
Just acrylic paint then. Those are the rules. You can use brushes. I would say you could use any other like palette knife
or yeah.
Any applicator that you
Or
want.
mediums.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, John is not ready. You feel the momentum in your favor, Ellie?
Yes.
Do you think that this acrylic painting will be easier now that you've drawn it once, or because it's a different size, it won't really help you?
Yeah, no, it's always helpful to draw it once or to create a study before you do it. The only thing that you risk in that is kind of losing, inspiration and becoming boring or something like that.
Gotcha. Well, hopefully the time crunch will keep it exciting.
Yeah, for sure.
Tell me how you're going to approach this.
I have not put that much thought into it. I think I'm going to start with a lighter transparent color and just like kill the white of my canvas. And then with my paper towel, pull out the highlights to generally get the composition. And then I'm going to block in darks and then move into colors and detail and yeah.
Awesome. What are you going to do, John?
I am going to get in some shapes and mold it like clay, carve it and make it turn into a landscape with depth, utilizing washes of dark browns to start with, and maybe some yellow ochre.
So John is essentially sculpting while Ellie will be painting. John is sculpting acrylic paint and Ellie is painting with it. But John's gonna be doing washes first. Okay, are you ready now, John?
Yes?
Okay, your next challenge begins in 3, 2, 1, go. You guys have 20 minutes. That is all. 20 minutes will fly by very quickly. Acrylics are great because they're fast. They're sort of forgiving because you can just layer paint quickly. But that being said, in only 20 minutes, it is incredibly difficult to make a beautiful painting in acrylics. That is not an easy feat. You definitely have to have bold moves. You have to be adaptable, and you don't really have much room for error because if you make mistakes, then correcting your mistakes in such a short period of time is very difficult. So, we're 1 minute into this. Let me know in the chat what you guys are thinking of this art battle so far. Yep, Ida, John has his game face on for sure. He does not want to lose the second round. If he does, then he's forced to win the oil painting challenge to even have a shot. Plus, who wants to lose twice in a row in 2 art battles? Giselle, thank you for the reminder to everyone. Don't forget to hit like. Everyone who's watching, I really appreciate that. And if you love this type of content, then share it with a friend because that is actually one of the best ways to get more people out there appreciating art and art content. And the more people who watch stuff related to art, the better it is for all artists out there. Madeline says she likes John's personality when he competes. I do too. I just wish we could hear his thoughts more. John, what's going on in your mind?
Well, I got this roof and I'm just trying to put too much lotion on there. It's like squishing all over the place. And now I got these foliage. I gotta make this. And I found this music band called Foliage. It's super awesome. I gotta get this brown and this green. These are thoughts that just fly through my mind as I'm getting in these fields. And let me tell you, out in these hot fields, just long to jump in the ocean. You want to get these trees blowing in the breeze here with this mountain range. Look at all those foliage and that road pathway.
I completely agree. Ellie, what is going on in your mind as you're painting this?
That...
What kind of cars could drive
I
on
was
this
actually
road?
thinking about how when I was in Italy, at a place that kind of looked like this, how I was struggling with watercolors, trying to create these landscapes, and thinking how I kept messing up and working kind of dark to light, but with watercolor you can't do that, and how unforgiving it is, and how I'm thankful that I don't have that.
So in the end, it is a positive thought. Womp womp. I'm just kidding. Shay wants to know, when are we going to get another Ellie, she said Tyler, but I believe you mean Tanner, podcast?
That's next Thursday.
Next Thursday. And when is the new season of The Outstanding Artist starting? So we actually just finished filming the next season of The Outstanding Artist on April 26th, though I'm now dating this live. And we will be putting out the next season this fall. So that is intentionally vague. It is currently being edited. It's going to take a lot less time to edit season 4 than it will season 3, just because we've learned. I'm so excited for you guys to watch season 4 though. It was my favorite season to film by far. And that's nothing to say against like the other artists, partially because of the process, partially because of the team, but what was created on season 4 was really, really special. And if you like this type of content, you like these types of videos, lives, where you're watching, you know, artists in a fun and lighthearted art battle, then you'll definitely appreciate The Outstanding Artist when it comes out. It's a little bit more intense in terms of the stakes, because all the artists, you know, they took more than a month out of their lives, flew out here to Florida, 12 different artists from around the world to compete on the show. But this season is really fun, and actually that's sort of what inspired this this art battle that John and Ellie are doing. Is in the first few episodes of the show for season 4, we have them do a drawing, an acrylic, and an oil painting in each of the episodes. So 3 pieces of art created per artist per episode. They have a bit more time than John and Ellie do here. So speaking of time, you guys are already 6 minutes into this, so you have 13 minutes and 50 seconds left in this challenge. Tracy wants to know if the mastery program still happens in person. No, it does not. It is purely online right now. HQ wants to know, how does one enter the competition? So we actually, I believe you're probably talking about the Outstanding Artist. Right now, we only accept artists who've graduated from the program to apply for the Outstanding Artist. So if you want to be on the Outstanding Artist, the best way to do that is to take the mastery program and to complete all of the assignments and to post your work, to be involved within our community, because our goal with the show is really to shine a light on outstanding artists who are graduating from the mastery program. And the cool thing about the Outstanding Artists is this season we have prizes throughout the season. So I'm not gonna spoil too much, but artists actually win money throughout the season, and then they also have a $25,000 prize at the end of the season too. So really awesome. Plus, we're selling all the artwork that is created on the show, and we're making prints of all the artwork that's made on the show as well. So it's a really great opportunity as an artist to actually make a good amount of money just from being on the show, not even necessarily having to win. And so as we continue to grow the Outstanding Artist and we get more views with it, and we have more artists like you guys watching this and sharing this with other artists, and we're just gonna continue to invest in making the Outstanding Artist an even bigger and better show, and making more content like this and bringing more artists in, and it's gonna be really exciting. So we have a lot of stuff planned and in the works too, and I'm really excited for the future of Milan Art Studios and the Outstanding Artist. let's take a look. So Elli's doing some subtraction now. It looks like she got a good wash in. She's blocking in, doing pretty similar to her normal process, but obviously sped up a lot. Elli might have a bit of an advantage in this process because she's taught so many classes in acrylics, but if you were to look at them and judge where they're at right now, you definitely would think that John is ahead because he's approaching a different process. He's, you know, they have a lot less time, so maybe this isn't how he would necessarily normally paint, but he's going for a more beautiful painting throughout the entire process. Whereas Elli is sort of embracing the ugly stage of the painting, knowing that, you know, a part of the process is working in layers and working in stages of the painting so that you can overall have that background, have that depth, and have that more complete feeling painting in the end. So who knows? It's two completely different approaches. Very interesting to watch them side by side. And the way that they hold the brushes, even the tools that they're using. John's using the palette knife. He put that stain down first, purely just stained the canvas, and then went straight into blocking in and actually rendering the subject. Looked like worked with darks first, and now is just going in there and adding some more highlights, probably jumping around a bit between highlights and midtones though. Whereas Elli did that wash, did subtraction. She was dreaming of, or not dreaming, but appreciating the acrylic medium versus watercolors. Elli, if you could stand to your right, I know it's tough while you're live painting, but. Adriana Ortiz, congratulations. She says she's a mastery student. She's only done 3 lessons so far, but she took the leap to participate in an exhibition, creating artwork with a specific topic, and gave her a recognition for emerging artists. That is so awesome. Madeline says, Elli better catch up. John's gonna win this one. Uh-oh, Elli. I don't know, that's the thing about the process that Elli's doing though. It seems like she's behind, but this process is sort of, I wouldn't say deceptive, but it can trick you into thinking that a person's behind, but then all of a sudden you stack those midtones on top, you add the highlights, and then you're like, whoa, what? It's a finished painting. So she's still blocking in some of the darks, making sure that she gets the composition correct. Then after adding those darks, she's probably gonna go to opaques, if those aren't opaques already.
We were finally able to go to Italy last year, and it was so magnificent to go to these places where we've been painting for hundreds of years. And then when going there, you can see all those perspectives in person, how huge the space is, because you can visibly look over the mountains and see all the seasons. And I can see why people would just live there so comfortably, at peace, nobody bothering them. And maybe a painting can bring you there too.
We have only 7.5 minutes left in this challenge. You definitely want to stick around for the oil painting challenge because that is going to be so fun, and you're going to see a completely different medium. So oils are very different from acrylics because oils, they don't dry nearly as quickly. If you've worked with oil paint, you'll know that it can get muddy really quickly. And with acrylics, if you make something that you don't like, you just wait a few minutes and then you can layer on top of it pretty easily. Although right now, with only 20 minutes to work on this painting, they don't really have that luxury so much. So But oils bring that challenge to the next level. It is by far the most difficult, and that's why we saved it for the last and are giving them the most time. Now, I won't say oils are more difficult in general than acrylics, though they do have that perception. It really just depends on how you learn how to use oils. In fact, we actually, in the mastery program, teach using oils first because they're so foundational to being a successful artist in the sense of building skill. And truthfully, once you learn how to paint with oils, painting with acrylics is so much easier, whereas it's a little bit harder to transition from acrylics to oils. So that being said, it's definitely not impossible. We have tons of students who start out painting with acrylics first, and then they learn how to paint with oils and are very successful with that too. So very, very fun to learn both of them. Jessica's asking if these are Milan brand acrylics. That is correct. They're both using Milan acrylics. Milan palette knives. Actually, John is not holding a Milan palette knife.
I got it right here,
John. I'm just kidding.
Yes, yes. I was in a scurrying motion.
Just kidding, John.
Look at here. Keep them clean. That's what you do here. Keep those things clean. When making a distant hillside, you want to have all those variations pleasing to the viewer. You're going to have a lot of shrubbery and bushes having highlight.
Shannon said, my awesome coach Lynn was in the Outstanding Artist season 4. She's so faithful not to tell us anything. Can't wait to see. So glad to hear that she's being faithful and not sharing. And it's definitely not just because she signed an NDA. Just kidding. No, all of them are really great. And that's a part of the collective excitement. It's so fun it's fun and challenging at the same time to film something and have to wait so many months before it's released, just because of the editing process, because of what it takes to actually make a reality show. This season, we definitely raised the bar for ourselves in terms of filming, and our crew did an amazing job. It was a lot of fun to create the show. That's part of the reason, though, that I love these lives so much, is because we just get to experience it live with you. And honestly, in some ways, it really can go both ways. You know, doing it live, there's like more pressure because you don't want to mess up live. You don't want to make a fool of yourself live. Although, I mean, we all would give Elli and John grace if they messed up one of their paintings, right? But it looks like neither of them are, though, which is awesome. That's way better. But when you're on the show and there's so much pressure and, you know, there's 11 other artists around you creating at the same time. You're looking around, seeing what other people are making. It's really, really tough. I know that some of the artists this season really struggled with the pressure, and you guys will see that in the show. But I'm really happy with the outcome, and I'm dancing on the edge of spoilers, so I'm gonna try to hold back from talking about it too much more. We have only 3 minutes left in this challenge. The time is flowing.
3 minutes?
Yeah.
Ah.
Wow, Elli's painting is starting to come together, but will she have enough time to make it look finished enough to compete with John's vibrant colors that he used?
It doesn't sound like it. Sounds like I need to get some vibrant colors in here.
Tina's Inspired Art says, I love the Milan acrylics. They're buttery and smooth, or she said smooth and buttery. I love them. I also love the Milan oils. The Vivid line is amazing. If you love those pops of bright colors, highly recommend.
Thanks, Tina.
Woohoo! Do you guys have Vivids out on your palette for the oils?
I have a few of them.
Good. This is super exciting. We're getting down to the wire here. Only 1 minute and 45 seconds left.
No, change that.
Yeah.
Change that.
It's true.
Change that.
Can't change it.
Zion.
Oh man, I don't know.
Zion.
How are the artists gonna judge? We're looking at not only the color, right, but also the accuracy. We're looking at the composition. We're looking at fluffiness of trees. We're looking at texture and so much more. It is very difficult to judge a painting in such a short amount of time. But you, the artists who are watching this, will be the judges of this contest and will help us determine at the end who gets to wear this crown. I have a feeling it's going to come down to the oil challenge, but we'll see. This is so tough. You guys have less than 1 minute left.
No.
Only 45 seconds.
No.
Yes. Time to get those final details in, get those last highlights. You got your small brushes out, you're trying to make whatever difference you can. A lot of the times it comes down to the highlights. The highlights can make or break it. It tells the audience where to put their focus, where to look. We have two completely different styles here, one with a more classical look and the other almost like a candy that you could eat. Okay, artists, you have 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Brushes down.
Ugh.
Wow! Oh my gosh. Is there any way we could go split screen with it, side by side? Is that... Okay, we cannot do that. So we'll just go back and forth.
Time goes by fast.
Okay, yeah, actually, could we put John, would you move your painting to Elli's easel and then we'll put them right next to each other so that the audience can see them side by side? I'm going to start the voting. While we're voting, Elli, if you could kick us off talking about your process and how you went about creating this.
Well, I think I had a little bit of slow start because I got my canvas too wet. And so then the blocking in, it all kind of melted, and so I had to kind of re-block in after it dried a little bit. And then I just kind of was out of time to get all the detail and highlights. So I tried to just quickly get the darks in, create contrast, and, do the best I can, in 20 minutes. So basically working dark to light, thin to thick, and trying to overcome my initial mistake of getting the canvas too wet.
The poll is at the top of the chat. Please go vote in the chat there. Could you guys put the source next to the painting too so that they could see?
We talk to you.
Yeah, and then John, would you
like
mind
that?
telling us?
Which way would I speak to anyone?
Does that work? No?
No. It's okay. Elli, would you just move out of the way? It's fine. We will do the judging without the source.
Okay, so for myself, I remember these skies being so open and colorful, and a little bit of a storminess was happening in this scene. So I tried to get those emotions in, and I felt really confident as I was going along, but I ran out of time for sure. I would love to keep going on this for about 17 hours.
Tell us why you chose what you chose in the chat after you submit your vote. It's really interesting to see the voting, but also the methodology behind the voting. Why are you choosing one artist over the other? Because you could definitely make a case for each of these paintings to win. There's a strong case for both of them. And it seems like it's really tough for the audience. This one is a little bit closer than the last one. But we have to close the voting, and we're going to do that in the next 30 seconds. Are you guys nervous for the oil painting challenge?
I don't know why I'm so nervous. I just want to do these competitions all the time. I love doing them. I don't want them to stop.
Oh, we have people who say that they can't choose. You have to choose. You got to choose. Help us decide.
I think the people out there are saying, can we have 10 more minutes?
Ellie's
each?
painting is the one on the left, and John's painting is the one on the right.
10 more minutes. Just this once. I haven't asked before.
Wow, it's so tough.
Do we have canvases for the next one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're there on the side. Okay. The voting we are going to close in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and ending the poll. Okay, are you guys ready? The results are in. We had 133 votes. And John won this one with 61% of the votes.
Oh!
Congrats, John.
Get up there.
So John's in the lead now.
John is in the lead with 2 points. But this next challenge will determine who wins. We won't have to do a sudden victory because the winner of the oil challenge will be the winner. Man, you'd think that we almost staged this, but we didn't. We can't stage this. This is live, unscripted, real TV for artists.
Now we're warmed up. Yay.
So it seems like people liked John's color and feel, but Ellie's softness and more
It was
realism.
an excellent one she made.
Bethany said she chose Ellie's because of the composition, felt more mysterious, but Tram chose John's because of the vivid colors. Always loves vivid colors.
All right.
Okay.
Can we have just a minute to figure out what we're doing here?
Yeah, absolutely. Mari says that Ellie's is more my cup of tea, John's is more busy. Debbie said, like the composition in Ellie's better, but overall, love John's colors and techniques. So, great job to both of you.
Thanks, Debbie.
Really, honestly, you guys should both be proud. This is a very, very tough challenge. Paige said the pressure is on Ellie, but she's pulling for you, Ellie.
Aw, thank you.
All right, who are you guys rooting for in the chat? Let us know. Are you rooting for Ellie or are you rooting for John? We're going into oils. This is tough. In some ways, Ellie has the advantage with oils, but in other ways, John does, because from what I understand, Ellie always started the paintings, right, when you guys collaborated? And they would pass them back and forth often, but John would normally finish the paintings. So Ellie's job was to determine the direction, to set up the painting for success, to create those beautiful layers. But then in the end, John put the finishing touches on them. So it's really tough because we have very limited time. And obviously both of them are incredibly capable of making beautiful art from start to finish, each on their own. But when you collaborate for 20 plus years, or 30 years, as John said, you develop those grooves in your brain, right? You develop that pattern of behavior and the different stages of painting you become more familiar with. If you have 20, 30 years of starting paintings under your belt versus 20, 30 years of finishing paintings under your belt, maybe John will have a hard time starting. And Ellie maybe a harder time finishing, but does that create more of an advantage for John or Ellie in this case when you only have 30 minutes? Really tough. We're about to find out here in the next few minutes when we start this oil painting challenge. They're only gonna have 30 minutes to finish this.
30 minutes. That 20 minutes felt like 10 minutes.
Rem said, I'm rooting for great art. Both artists are amazing, very different styles. Yes. Vandana is rooting for John. Say Song is rooting for Ellie. Michelle's rooting for Ellie. Shay, Petra, both rooting for Ellie. Jessica. Oh, Jessica said, I find it fun that John is more considered the drawer and Ellie the painter, and they each won the opposite. Tracy wants to know if this is recorded. No. Well, it is being recorded, and you'll be able to watch the recording of this on our channel. But right now, in this moment, it is live. Louise is rooting for John. Renata said, it's amazing how much you guys accomplished in such a short time. I completely agree. It is really, really tough to make such good paintings and to be consistent. If they were to flop on a painting, though, the oil painting would be the one. Not that either of them will flop, but I have to say that because it is the scariest. John, wait, no, you're not starting yet. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I thought you said...
Isn't he disqualified?
Sorry, John, you're disqualified. Ellie automatically wins. Here's the crown. I'm just kidding. Could you get some solvent and wipe that off? John just going straight for it. I don't know what happened there, everyone. He just started painting. Okay, are you guys ready to get started?
Now, if you want to be nitpicky, she got 4 marks up there before me.
How was it accident? If anything, that works against me.
I looked at it and I thought, if she started, all right, I'm going.
Uh-oh.
Okay, we're edging to jump.
Somebody's feeling competitive, I can see.
Kimberly said she's voting for Ellie only because at this point, she thinks Ellie's the underdog. Oh, I don't know if that's a compliment or not.
We don't know. We don't know.
I don't know.
John's been painting longer than me.
I wouldn't sleep on Ellie, though. This is going to be a very close one. I have a feeling they're both going to approach this really differently. So, are you guys ready to get started?
I'm approaching. Yep. I'm approaching.
Okay. You guys can start your challenge in 3, 2, 1, go. Although John already started, so we're going to penalize him 20 seconds.
I looked over and there it was. I thought she started. I don't know what we were standing around for.
I'm just kidding. It's not a meaningful help. Okay, let's see. Donna said Ellie has never been an underdog.
That's good.
That's true. Who is going to win this challenge? Both of them are painting on small canvases. Neither of them usually use small canvases. They're both tend to work on larger canvases. In some ways, it's more of a challenge to work small. However, when you only have, look at that brushwork. John's basically dancing with his wrist right now. Creating visual texture just by rolling the brush. Take notes. We are watching some masters at play here. This is the 3rd time in less than an hour that they're creating the same exact image. Will it get boring? Doubt it. John once again going with the vibrant colors, whereas Ellie is going for more of a classical palette. In the last round, the audience chose the vibrant colors, but We'll see, will Elli be able to, with oils, render this painting in such a short period of time? I don't know. They're working in dramatically different ways. John's kind of, interestingly, being more calculated with his brush strokes because he's not necessarily following a subtractive process. He is just going straight onto the white, whereas Elli's making sure to cover all of the canvas so there's not any white of the canvas showing, getting those big shapes in, making sure the color's in the right spot before she hops into the darks. When you're working with transparency, you want to work light to dark, and then once you move to opaques, you work from dark to light. That is the process that Elli's following, at least. John is just going paint to canvas. John, how would you describe your process? That sounds about right.
Scratchety patchety, I do the scribbling of the mind and the scribbles, getting the gnarly details in for the location of the bigger brush marks. Then with the littler brush marks coming in with the butterfly fan, a new mysterious technique soon to be unveiled to myself as I try them. Mineral spirits, mushing the paint a little bit, making it fun to mess with because it makes a organic, fun, organic thing that's left behind with the pigment.
We are already 5 minutes into this challenge. More than 10% of the way done.
Noticing some pinky colors in this road, and I'm wondering if I can get them in.
John definitely has to maybe speed up a little bit to catch up with Elli. He's going for a more expressive painting this time, though. Will that be in his favor, or will it flop? We will see shortly.
What I'm seeing is this hillside has a house at the top, and what kind of cars would drive on this? For sure, Italian cars.
Is it a Ferrari type of, or is it more of a Fiat?
It's like a very famous house that's been around, so, you know, I'm thinking it must be Lamborghini Ferraris or something coming up the hills.
We definitely have like Ferrari vibes with John, Lamborghini, candy color. Whereas Elli's, you could almost argue it's more of a romantic horse and carriage type of painting. Those are the vibes that I'm getting. What are you guys getting in the chat? Both of them are using oils. This is an oil painting challenge. Renata said Lamborghini.
Lambo. Bring Lambo around. Salisbury, bring the Lambo. I feel frisky today.
John feels frisky. It's showing in his painting. Will the frisk be to his advantage, though? I don't know.
Frisk the individuals at the airport.
On the one hand, we have dreamy, and on the other hand, we have candy.
Earth.
Oof, I don't know. If I was in John's shoes right now, and I looked over, I might be a little nervous. And if I was in his shoes and I heard me just say that, I would be even more nervous. But maybe he doesn't care though. That would be even better.
You can't faze me. Voices. I hear voices. Do you hear voices out there?
Yelena says you are inspiring me to paint. Yes, that's why we do this. Hopefully you guys who are watching this are inspired, because look at what they've created in less than an hour. We've only been live for 55 minutes total, and they created a stunning drawing, a beautiful acrylic painting each, and are already almost a third of the way through an oil painting. Sometimes with art, you know, it's great to slow down and to just really enjoy the process. But then other times, I think it's great to just challenge yourself and see what can you get done in as short a time as possible. How much can you finish or manage to create in just 30 minutes? And just set a timer and just see how far can you go, you know, and push yourself to work fast with it. Not in a stressful way, but in a fun way, you know, to challenge yourself to grow. At the end of the day, you learn the most from painting more. So if you're able to just get more time behind the brush and get more done in more time, then you're able to learn more and you're able to enjoy the process better. Michelle thinks Ellie is gonna nail this one. Oh. Ida says, so far I'm loving Ellie's, but it's too early. Too early. Kame, or maybe Kami says, watching Ellie paint is so amazing. When I started the mastery program last year, I would just rewatch her lessons over and over, especially the acrylic section. Her dry brushing is beautiful. Giselle says, John is painting in his true style. John's going after
did I take your brush? No.
a completely different stylistic approach, interpreting the sky, interpreting the roads with those pink colors. It almost has a touch of surrealism to it in terms of the colors. Whereas Ellie's feels very academic, but not in a stiff way, almost like an effortless. This is gonna be tough. Whispers of Enchantment says, actually is a very good way to approach practice painting, to try this in all three mediums, the same subject. I completely agree. I think if you're watching this and you're feeling inspired, you should try it out today. Just after you're done watching this, you know, turn off the computer, turn off the phone, grab your charcoal, your acrylics, and your oils, and try out doing 3 paintings or 3 pieces of art of the same subject. See what you learn about it. Renata says, John's is more like what it would be in a dream. It's true.
Renata. Hey, Renata. Remember me on election day. Being in a dream is good.
Peeing in a dream?
Being in a dream. At least being, and I'm just being.
I thought you said peeing in a dream. That is not good from my experience.
Especially if you have to sleep next to the other person. Which, let's not forget, this is husband and wife going head to head.
Who can imagine themselves with a sports car living in Italy?
Oh, Dimitra just said, should Zion and I come over for a surprise visit? Well, it wouldn't be much of a surprise because just text it in the chat. How do you guys feel? Winner gets to collaborate with Zion?
Well, it's oils. I'm not so.
How about the loser?
Let Zion do whatever he wants.
Gets to paint on their piece.
Oh, but is that a loser thing or is that like a reward? You know,
that's a winner thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming he'll kind of.
Hey, not to put you guys on the spot or anything while we're live on YouTube with hundreds of people watching, but are we giving the winner's painting to one of the people in the chat?
Only after Zion paints it.
It's up to you.
I think someone in the chat is going to. No? It's a good reason to stick around till the end. What do you guys think?
I think these need at least 17 weeks to dry. So just be patient. Does that influence your vote? I don't know.
Okay, now that I said it, we kind of have to do the giveaway. People are definitely going crazy for it. So if you're watching this right now, I just volunteered Elli and John to give, or Elli or John to give their painting away. The winner is gonna have to, not have to, the winner gets to give their painting away to someone in the chat. And the loser gets to collaborate with Zion.
I knew you were going to spring out some kind of fun thing. You always do.
Jen said she would love to own another Elli original. What is the first Elli original that you own? Now I need to figure out how are we going to do this giveaway. You guys are halfway through, by the way.
What?
Yeah, we're 15 minutes in. 15 minutes and 30 seconds in. You guys have 14 minutes and 30 seconds left. Oh, cool. They have YouTube giveaway platforms. Okay, so stick around. We're only gonna choose someone who's also subscribed to the channel. So you must be subscribed in order to win the painting. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, like this. Share it with a friend too. If you want to increase your odds, then share this with a friend, get them on here watching, call up your sister, your daughter, your cousin, your brother, your mother. Send them the link. Alexa, you'll win the painting just by being live in the chat, commenting, and being subscribed to the channel. "13 minutes is a lot of time in Elli and John time. They can completely transform these paintings, although they're already looking amazing, honestly, and unique in their own styles. It's so fun to see an acrylic painting an oil painting and a drawing of the same subject. I was a little worried that it would be maybe boring to see the same subject 3 times, but if anything, I think it's more interesting. John is using Milan Vivid paints, right, John?
Yes.
That looks like Opus Pink to me.
Oh, no.
No?
I'm gonna fiery, orangey, fire.
Oh, Opus Pink isn't a Vivid.
Sunset, orange.
Renata, we are not able to choose from the ones I voted for the winning pieces because we actually can't see who voted for what. YouTube doesn't give us that information. Two completely different styles. I have no clue how the people are going to vote for this one.
Go with your heart.
Andrea, don't worry, you didn't miss voting yet. I mean, you missed voting for the first 2, but we're gonna vote at the end of this for the oil painting, and one lucky subscriber who's commenting in the chat is going to get the winner of the oil painting. Both artists are locked in right now. So many artists watching this want to win the painting. We have less than 10 minutes in this challenge, 10 minutes before we crown a victor. Could be either, it could be John with his fantasy style, candy colored painting. Will the audience like the vivid colors that he's chose? Looks like he's going after some texture now. Let's turn down the music so you can hear some of that. Scrapey, scrapey. Or will the audience like the more refined, the more realistic, the more dreamy, soft oil painting that Elli is creating? It is such a subjective choice, really. It's not really a matter of who is better, but rather what does the audience like better. Something made in only 30 minutes, just 30 minutes. I mean, they're only 22 minutes into this challenge so far, but 8 minutes, it's wild.
How much time do we have?
You guys have 8 minutes.
8 minutes.
8 minutes. It's tough because adding highlights, you have to mix into wet oil paint with this process. It is not easy. Oh, I think we have a guest here just in time with only 6 minutes left in the challenge.
Hi.
Uh-oh.
Hola. That's Ola. That's Ola.
Pop Pop's getting distracted.
Yep. Get him, Yaya.
You gonna paint, Zion?
Yeah, and Pop Pop.
Which one are you gonna paint on?
Uh-oh, Demetra. Going after the oils. We don't typically let him use oils in the studio.
You got nice clothes. Yeah. Nope.
Oh, it's okay, buddy.
Okay, well, we're kind of in the middle of doing something.
Well, maybe soon. Maybe soon.
It's okay, we're only live on YouTube. It's not like we're doing anything.
Maybe soon. Maybe soon.
Zion just really wants to help everyone paint right now. That's tough. He will after this. We'll do a little bonus painting session with the loser. So is there really a loser if you get to collaborate with Zion?
When it comes to oil, I would be very cautious.
Fritz just commented, imagine now he pukes on one of the paintings.
Fritz, we wouldn't be able to really see it. I would just be more concerned for the baby.
Imagine the texture. Less than 5 minutes remaining. I think I'll add on an extra minute though for Zion coming in.
Only 1 minute.
Only one. Well, it wasn't really more than a minute. John has 2 brushes in his hand and a palette knife. Working between all 3. It's hard for me to describe John's process because I don't know what he's doing. But he's making magic. Wow. Would you look at that, folks? Ellie adding some orange into those, what are those, ferns? What are those called?
Cypress trees.
Cypress trees, yeah, how could I forget that? It's important to note, not all green is just green, right? There's different colors within there. There's nuance within that, within those trees. That's one of the things that makes being an artist so fun, is seeing what others might not see. The nuance within the color.
So right now, Zion,
Okay,
I'm
Zion's
just
coming
finishing
back
some
out.
stuff. Hands, hands, hands.
Zion, you can't touch the oil paint, okay, buddy?
But we're gonna share
Only
together
watch, okay?
really, really soon.
Really good. Thank you for listening. Wow. This is gonna be so tough to choose. Okay, originally there was only 45 seconds left, but we're gonna add an extra minute. So you guys have 2 minutes left. Giselle wants to know if painting in each medium has influenced the next style.
Probably it has. At least, like, for me, not making the same mistakes twice.
I just said I thought I knew who to vote for, but now I'm not so sure. It's tough. This is really, really tough. 1 minute left. Already adding highlights. Just 30 minutes of painting. Pretty incredible. Look at the focus. John is dialed in. Ellie, equally focused. Pulling out the script brush, getting some of those last highlights in, adding some expressiveness. Zion coming over here with the screwdrivers, helping me commentate. What do you think, Zion? Yeah. Uh-oh, John, that bodes not so well for you.
You did a vote?
Uh-oh, that was the time. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, brushes down. Wow. Zion, okay. Actually, we'll ask Zion his opinion after, so he doesn't influence anyone. But let's put the paintings side by side, and then it's time for the audience to vote. Keep in mind, one lucky audience member is going to walk away from this live, one subscriber, with an oil painting original from Ellie or John. Okay.
You too.
This is it. I'm about to start the poll. Okay, audience. Artists watching this. Go choose your favorite painting. Side by side, this is so tough. It's okay, John. It looks good. Wow. Pretty incredible what they were able to create in such a short amount of time. Ellie, will you tell us about your process?
I worked thin to thick. I started with thinning the paint with solvent and blocking in, basically the sky, the land, and the foreground. And then I started drawing very quickly the trees, the house, the hills, Then I blocked in, still thin, the darks and of the bushes and the trees. And then I started adding midtones and then highlights, you know, kind of near the end.
John, would you tell us about your process?
Yes, I also worked.
You're standing in front of him, though.
I worked thin to thick.
Sorry.
But I also tried to approach it with vibrant colors to just bring out that stormy sky color, fading from blues to burgundy up top, and then burgundy down low with the little pebbles here at the very end, some windows and roof shingles. It's a lot of green, so I wanted to, get various shades of green in with lots of blues underneath.
How are you guys feeling about this overall, the challenge? I feel good. It was really fun. Time flew by. That was the fastest hour I've ever experienced, or hour and a half. I loved seeing how John's approach is very different than mine. We're very opposite. And it was a really good challenge, I don't think I've ever done anything like this.
John, we can't see the source in the close-up. It's okay, though.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it seems pretty conclusive. There is a winner.
Who's the winner?
There is a winner.
Oh, there is a winner.
Where do we go?
I think at this point, I would be shocked if it flipped. They're
totaling it now.
There are definitely people rooting for both of you. And like I said, it's not necessarily indicative of who is the better artist, but rather what does the audience like better. And in this case, the winner and the person, I think actually I need to go walk over there to hand the crown. I'm going to go over there. Add a little bit of extra suspense.
I would like to win, but
tension.
I really don't want to wear a heavy crown all around. It is hot outside. What are we going to do? Whew. That means I get the royal treatment.
And Zion gets to paint on whoever lost, right?
Yeah, Zion gets to paint on whoever lost. That's going to be fun.
Not the human, the painting.
Yeah. With oils, paint on their face.
What's your dad going to do?
Zion, before we announce who won, Zion, which painting do you like better?
Point to the one you like better.
Do you like this one or this one?
Which one?
Oh, you like the paint on the palette?
He pointed to that one.
Which painting?
He's not going to cooperate.
He just wants to paint himself. He wants to be the one holding the brush. Okay, are you guys ready to find out?
Yeah. You should come here.
The winner of this challenge, the ultimate art battle of the world, and still the crown holder, Elli!
Yay!
Yaya got the crown, Zion! It was 74%. 74% of the people chose you. You did great, John, but...
You did great.
I don't know. We'll just have to see. Next
I'll
time,
never give up.
In the next battle, Elli gets to choose a subject matter because she won.
His hands.
So we'll see. We might have to do a battle with John and Dimitra now, and then the winner faces Elli.
Okay, you should hold the palette while he paints on it.
Okay. Now Zion gets to collaborate.
So you be very careful with oil, okay?
Set it down.
Okay, here you go.
But no hands.
This is green on it.
Remember that nice shirt he's wearing?
No,
Just
I'm
hold
gonna
it in
hold
your
it.
hand.
I'm gonna
Mama's
hold
gonna hold it. Wait, that's oils? Okay.
it. You can paint on the painting.
No fingers.
Black.
Well, that's black.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot.
That's a lot of black.
That's a thick
Actually,
glob.
I'm gonna paint on
You only
it.
need a polka
for
dot.
it.
Paint on the canvas.
You only need a polka dot.
All right.
Wow.
That looks really good, Zion.
I'm getting out of here.
And now yellow.
How
His
dare
favorite
you?
color.
Black and yellow together. That's a good combination.
Oh my
That
gosh.
makes a good green.
Good job, Zion.
Green and black.
Wow, good brush work.
Honestly, oil is his favorite paint to use.
Yeah. Oh, now he's gonna mix white into it.
Yeah. Oh, you want to be on the canvas. Yep, there you go.
Here's Zion. Can
Remember,
you hold
with
the
oils,
palette
you gotta
like
be
this?
careful with
Put your
it.
hand underneath. Hold it like that.
Here, Mama's showing you how to hold it.
Like that.
So far, he's made it better.
Okay.
I see a dramatic improvement.
On the canvas.
This is John's
Get a
worst
shot
of
of
my
John,
nightmares.
Let's get a shot of John. Oh, wow. Look at the
I
colors
think you
you're
have
mixing.
to come over here to watch.
I'm watching.
This is
I
really
think-
scary.
Oh yeah, get the orange.
I think the
Same spot.
mixture.
Can you mix it? How about in another
Blend
spot?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, on the cypress
Are you
tree.
painting
that.
trees?
Fix that. Fix that. Watch your elbows. Elbows up.
He's not going to want to stop now.
Yeah, we're just live on a YouTube video right now.
So this is going to dry in a year.
Wow. Oh my gosh, good job, Zion.
Is it fun? Do you like painting?
So what we call this mixing paint on the canvas.
Is that white? Yeah. A big blob of
Wow,
white.
look at that.
You know, I'm impressed he's using the brushes.
I gotta go see what's going on in the comments.
Hey Zion, do you want to try a palette knife? Look.
Okay, and we
can
get to choose
Scrape it.
who the winner of Ellie's painting is now. So I'm going on a website that automatically chooses the winner for us.
Now he's
And then I'm
wiping
going
it
to
on
check to
his
see
clothes.
if that person is subscribed. So make
He's
sure,
got it on this hand.
if you're not subscribed yet, definitely go subscribe to the channel because the winner of the giveaway must be subscribed when I see. Otherwise, we're going to choose someone else. Okay. Let's see.
Oh, now he's going for
Oh,
my
it takes
paint.
30 seconds. Okay. It's counting down. We have 20 seconds until the winner is found out. I really hope this person's subscribed because if they're not, that would be a bummer for them.
Is this a punishment? Okay, this is punishment to me.
Let us know what you guys think,
Maybe you should
Where's your other palette?
put some medium in there so it dries out.
what you think of Zion's painting.
On the paper?
Oh no,
I don't know about that.
this is getting out of hand.
Stay on the painting.
I've got this for his hands. It's called Gator Wipes.
Perfect.
Gator Gal. Okay, pass me the brush.
Okay.
This is for your other hand. Look at those beautiful clothes you have on.
Oh,
This is for your
shoot.
fingers.
That platform does
about
not
that?
work for lives.
You like that? How'd you get it under your fingernails and how'd you grow these nails so big?
Oh, that's Play-Doh.
Just pick the 11th person.
Oh, good boy. Good boy.
Okay, I am going to just scroll and randomly pick a person.
Pimping.
So
Pimping.
make sure you're
Put your
subscribed.
hands out.
Comment right now. I'm going to give you guys
Good
another 30
boy.
seconds. Just fill the chat
Say
with
hi
comments.
to,
Go
say hi to
wild.
Pinky. That's Pinky. Right here. Come, come. We stand here, and then we look up at Pinky.
Huh?
Pinky. Pink camera. Pink.
Oh, okay. All right. Actually, we have a winner. We put all the names into ChatGPT, and the winner is Petra Stromberg. Congratulations, Petra. You
Petra.
just won Ellie's painting. Let's get some close-up shots of Ellie's painting so that we
Yay.
can see what you get in your home. It's actually really incredible. Petra, let me
Yay!
just double check.
I heard
Oh my gosh, I
it's
can't
2
find
for
Petra now.
1, Petra. It's 2 for 1. Yeah! Oh! Watch the electricity cords.
Okay, if you liked this type of art battle, let us know, everyone, because we like doing these. But obviously, we're here to inspire you guys. And if you have ideas for other art battles too, let us know your ideas in the comments.
That's
We'd
mud
love
water.
to see them. It's so much fun to get to do this. thank you guys for being a part of this. Ellie, John, what do you guys have anything you want to say to the audience?
Yes, let's do more of these challenges as fast as we can.
Thank you for all your encouraging comments and insightful comments and being a part of this and watching it. And I hope you're inspired. I hope you get out your charcoals, your acrylics, and your oils, and you give this a try. And yeah, I'm excited for the next art battle.
Yes, excellent work.
Yeah, you did a good job too.
Keep it going.
Okay, we'll see you next time.
See you guys next time. Thanks for joining us, and make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Share this with your friends. We'll see you later.